What's up, everybody? I forgot to do. I skipped the warning, babe, but then I forgot to go to the intro, but that's okay. Um, Thanks for being here. Me and my beautiful wife, Shannon, are here to talk about our tasting at Shake Shack. Is that what it's called? I don't know how to title this thing. Tasting, babe? Are
Yeah,
you
I
there?
think so.
Okay. Um, so coming in hot to talk burgers. That's right. So, uh, if you don't know, I got a message from Shake Shack like 2 weeks ago. It said, "Hey Jay, we'd like to invite you." And plus one, good thing they said plus one because there's a 0.0 chance I would have went without Shannon. Um, we want to invite you to this behind the bun event at their location, their innovation kitchen, which is like also their like office, which is in the Village in Manhattan. So, luckily, like I said, luckily there was a plus one. Babe was able to go, and we went last night to Manhattan from Long Island. Um, and quite simply, it was amazing. They were so awesome. They were so nice. Well, first, I want to start with how this actually came to be because I was like, I was talking to Babe. I'm like, how did this happen? How did they know about me? How did they know and they didn't follow me. So I was lucky I even saw the message because if I don't we didn't follow each other. I follow them now, but it came up in my message folder like where for people that don't follow me. Luckily I saw it. Anywho, so I asked, first of all, babe, how was it when we walked in there?
It was crazy because it was a rainy night
Well, actually,
and
should we lead up to it? How like the whole trip to the city? Should we lead up to it
yeah, I
first?
guess.
All right. So well, first, all right. So we take the train to the city. I don't know how to do that. All right, so we take the train. We take Ronkonkoma, which is the for folks who know Long Island. It's the very last stop on this line to the city from where we are by. Ronkonkoma is right by us. All right, Jerry. We take the trip, but so let me instead of sharing, I'll get into why. But let me hold on 1 second. Let's go do over here. That's not what I want. Gonna change this to this. All right. So here's some pictures I took. This is when we got to Penn Station. Obviously, I did not do a great job. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to document this as best I could so we could share it, but I didn't do the best job.
The weather was terrible. I mean,
Yes.
it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good for staying out, and you wanted to be inside because it was a very heavy drizzle.
Honestly, it was great for me because if it was like the heat wave we've been having, I would have not wanted. I might not have gone. And to be frank, I told Babe on Monday like I had anxiety. I'm like I'm not going. And as she rolls her eyes, I'm like I'm not going. We're not going. I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. We're not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. And then the Shake Shack people sent me another message, Scott, and he was like, "We're so excited to see you. Please, not please, just we sent you a follow up." So when I got that, I'm like, all right, let's do it. So this is we get it. First of all, when we're on the train, some lady who's sitting right across from us is just talking on her phone on speakerphone, listening to music on her phone, like not with pods, like just listening to stuff. So that was fun. So we get to Penn. This is when we get to Penn Station right here. It's new. These escalators. I mean, I don't know how new, but this is like a new thing. These escalators were not here to take you out on the street. But always my first concern is I first of all I plan this all out as soon as I decide to go, and I'm like we got to take the one we got you take the train into Penn, the one train downtown. That's one thing. I'm not a great city guy as far as the subways and stuff, but I learned from all the trials I went when I worked at Geico. Downtown, if you're in Manhattan, is going to Brooklyn. Uptown is going to the Bronx, and the way you're knowing you're going downtown is because the streets like it goes from like 34th to 28th to like you're going downtown. The streets go down and then they go up when you're going up. Anywho, so what I did not plan for, so this is we take the this Why is it not working? It's freezing. Hold on. This is freezing. Go ahead.
So, as you know, for this weather, I was not psyched because like I couldn't really be like my hair couldn't be glam because it's a heavy drizzle. So I wore a Mets hat, sadly. I mean, not sadly about the Mets hat, but sadly, I did not have my hair done. I had like a Mets hat on and like did two little like space buns at the bottom that were kind of messy. So I wasn't super, super excited about that. Plus, when you have to factor in that you're going to the city, you have to factor in that you're going to have to walk. So it's like, what shoes am I going to wear? Or am I going to bring other shoes with me in a bag? So I knew Babe was going to be casual because he asked earlier in the week about the dress code. And they said, just casual, come as you are. And so I knew he was going to be casual. Um, and so he wore khaki shorts and one of his court jester t-shirts, and he combed his hair. He looked great. So I went ahead and just wore like a denim jacket and a little like olive colored skirt with a white bodysuit and the Mets hat
No,
and my
I
Nikes.
I did not wear basketball shorts. I wear khakis. I took this shot. I took the chance at P dots, and I was fine. There were no issues with that. All right. Hopefully, this will not freeze again. We could do this. Boom. What I did not account for when I got to the Penn Station is we got in there, folks, because we had to be there at 6:30, right during rush hour. Right during rush hour. Like, if you guys have never been on a subway during rush hour, it is busy, particularly at Penn Station, like a major train. So we get on and we're going to talk about now how I was a superhero because we get on this. We take the one train downtown to what street was it? Harvey Street. I forget what the name was.
Houston.
Houston Street. And right as we're at Houston Street, the stop before Houston Street, they say, due to high volume, we're not stopping at Houston Street. No, they don't even say we're not stopping. They say our next stop is Chambers Street, and like it takes a second to register. Yes, I did take an edible, so it takes a second for me to register. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how far the next stop is. Like I don't have a map. I didn't.
Yeah, it was 3 stops after where we needed to get off. So
So I pause, and then I'm like, oh shit, we gotta go. And like it's like the time where the door's gonna close. So I, like a superhero, get off my seat, run. The doors are closing. I have to block them both. They close on me. Luckily, as you guys know, I'm made of steel. Didn't hurt me. Well, hurt a little bit, but a lesser man would probably have been crushed. We get off, and luckily, then we have to walk to. Luckily, it was only a block away because I don't know if we went to the next one. But the funny part, I'll get to the funny part of the story. So here we are. We're outside. It's raining. We walk. How long was the walk? It's like an 8-minute walk. I don't know how many blocks. Luckily, again, it was not. It was not very high. If it was like a heat wave, 88 degrees, I would have been dead. There's no way I could have done this. Luckily, it was overcast, rainy. So we walked down the street. Here's Bleecker Street Pizza. I took a picture of that. Here's a picture. Not great. There were dogs in the window. So I took a picture, but it's not. It was too far away. There were a bunch of little dogs in the window. All right, we get to Shake Shack. There it is, the Innovation Kitchen. This is where like they work. The upstairs are like their offices, and the downstairs is like a Shake Shack, like a restaurant. But the hilarious thing about all this is, I'm talking about how like I saved us. We walk in, and we're still, knowing me, for folks who know me, 25 minutes early. I make it like we saved us from being late. We're still 25 minutes early. All right, now you could talk about.
okay, it's apparently everyone in the chat is telling us it's Houston. Babe is from Long Island. He did not grow up in the city. His mom did, and dad, and so they're saying it's Houston Street. I am from Kansas, and if I see that word, that's Houston because that's Texas to me. So sorry to all you city files. We got there uncomfortably early, in my opinion.
That's how I do it. Uncomfortable.
Because they were like, oh my God, what are we going to do with them?
That's not how they started.
Super good. I hate all the photos of me from that night. So,
well, that's not how it started, babe. How did it start? When we walked in.
We walked in and we're like kind of like awkward because of course like we're really early, not knowing what to do. No one else is there with us, no other guests. And the Shake Shack people at where you check in to sit down, they say, Jay, we're so glad you're here.
Scott,
And
right?
then turn to me and they're like, Shannon.
This must be Shannon.
Yes, this must be Shannon. And I was like, I didn't even know. I was so stunned. I mean, that's clearly never happened to me in New York, of all places. Of course, like that happens when you live in a small town and people just know you, but we'd never met these people and they knew us.
Yeah, and they're like, Jay, and you have your sons, and we're just waiting. Yes, I was uncomfortably early. I'm early to everything, guys. And I was just like shocked because I didn't know what this thing was. Like, I really kind of didn't. It wasn't like so. I'm like, I didn't know if this is gonna be like a big event with a bunch of people, and they're just like, he's like, hey, Jay, and Shannon. So let me get to why I was invited to this. It's not because of I'm a big time influencer, even though I am. Uh, I asked him, I'm like, how did this happen? Like, I don't follow you, you don't follow me, and it leads back to. I hope Donna White is here because it leads back to opening day. Let me switch this over. Hopefully, this doesn't freeze this time. Opening day, I tweeted this when I went because I was only lucky enough to be able to go to opening day because Donna White, if you can believe this, bought opening day tickets for me and the boys. I mean, it was just amazing. So anyway, thank you again, Donna. I tweet at Shake Shack, and this is true. When I used to go, my dad used to take me to Mets games, me and my brother. We used to go to this little place. It wasn't Citi Field. It was Shea Stadium, and we would go to this little place that had these waffle fries that not everyone knew about. It was like in this area that like just this one place you could get these waffle fries, and that was our like tradition. So I tweeted I said, this tweet when my dad used to take me, we'd go there. Now, when our tradition is, we go straight to Shake Shack, and it was based on this tweet that he saw. Like all the people that were there, like tweeted something nice at Shake Shack, something like that was like heartwarming, I guess. And I asked, and it was this, and I said, but also I was like, I also talk about you on YouTube. I'm like, I love you guys. I talk about. He's like, I know, I've seen it. So it was that. So that's how it was based on this tweet that we ended up being able to go to being invited to this event, which by the way was their first time doing this. They told us like trying this thing. And let me just I have to I've been tweeting this and saying this. They were just the nicest people. Like their social team, the chef, will get into it, right, babe? I mean, just couldn't have been nicer, more accommodating to us. I can't even like. I don't know. What do you think, babe?
We first met the socials team, and they were all super amazing. And they were really, you could tell that they enjoy their job and that they were having a good time with the event and were curious about how the event would go because it was their first one. And they kept telling us, we welcome your feedback. Please let us know. And so they were just wonderful.
All right, so we go in there. All right, first thing we do is they're literally like they call it the innovation kitchen. Like this is their kitchen that's downstairs in the. You have something to say, but I feel like okay.
No,
This
no.
is like their, and I have videos too, which I will try to share, but I don't know, they didn't come out like I didn't do a great job with the videos, so I think I'll share them at the end. And when we get there, it's me and Babe. They bring us downstairs because again, uncomfortably early, no one else is there. By the way, there were 17 people I think there, so I thought it was gonna be like I don't know, for some reason in my head I thought it was gonna be like 50 people or 100 people. Like I had no idea. So they take us down to this kitchen. The executive chef is there, and he was just also just so nice. All the chefs are in there. So, this is not a great picture, but this is. And then we start with behind the bun beverages. So they had two options, Shack 75, which was, and they do a whole spiel about how like they get the ingredients from like the finest
And
mountains.
I believe that Nick was the chef that did the drinks and dessert. Is that correct, Nick?
I think I don't.
Chef John was the executive chef.
Yeah, I think I tweeted him. Let me see what his name was. Um, he was just amazing. Let me see. Head executive chef was. Shit, no, I can't find it. Yes, I think you're right. I'll find it. I'll
I
find it. I'll
have
find.
the note.
Oh, his name is John. But I'm trying to find his
Yes.
Twitter because
Oh,
I
okay.
tweeted at the boss, but now I can't. Oh, John Karangas. He's the executive chef, VP of culinary. And all right, so we get here beverages. They're like alcoholic, non-alcoholic, and it's just me and Babe. And then another couple came, and I'm like, I'll. They're like, which one do you want? I'm like, I'll take the alcoholic. I felt weird after I said it, but that's what I said. I'll take the alcoholic.
You were relaxed though because you had had a gummy.
I did have a gummy, um, so I said I'll take the alcoholic. Babe also took yes. Classic. So I had the Shack 75 strawberry lemonade cordial with champagne. It was delicious, right, babe?
Okay, so here's the thing. So it was strawberry puree, masticated strawberry that they got fresh from the farmer's market, that they frequent these vegetable stands that are right there. And every single vegetable, every single thing they got was local and was right there. And then there was champagne, and then it was topped off with just a splash of gin, which was delicious. And I have the gin information, but I don't have it right here with me because I made sure to get that because it was really, really good. It was a gin that was like a lavender infused or some
I think I
sort
have
of
a picture. I think the
infused.
next. Oh no, maybe. So they also had, as you can see here, they had Shack cheese. This is a picture of the whatever the tomatoes they had out. I don't know why I took a
That
picture.
was for before they plated. Those were the garnishes that they had for before they plated the cheese puffs and the squash blossom.
All right, so there it is. Delicious. I would have had like 1,000 more if I could have just kept, but I felt weird asking for more. But it was, and I, by the way, like everyone else is like, I drink mine and I'm done. And I look at Babe and the two other people, and they're like, like I did not savor it. It was delicious, and I drank it. Everyone else had half their thing as I'm done. I'm like, oops, I wasn't supposed to. So yeah, this is the Shack 75 thing that we just described. And then next, folks, these are cheese puffs with it's like a what are the puffs called, babe?
A
Like the
puff pastry.
it's like a puff pastry with Shake Shack's cheese sauce, which is my favorite cheese sauce of all the cheese sauces. And boy, were these good, right, babe?
Yes. And I mean, the best thing, if you're a person that likes to eat, the best thing is to be around chefs because they just are like so happy that you're eating and drinking, and they just want to feed you and spoil you. And so they were so wonderful. And when they would bring it out, they would, they're putting out these little pastries and they're like, no, please, oh, eat it in one bite because, you have to get the whole thing in there, and it otherwise the cheese sauce comes out, and that's the way and I just love people that get so much joy out of taking care of other people. It was really, really beautiful.
No, no, there were cheese inside like you had it. They were like, you need to like put this whole thing in your mouth. That's what she said. They were like, you can't, like, if you take a bite, it's just gonna get everywhere. So yeah, it was inside and it was delicious. I would have had all of them. I had like two or three because I didn't want to be the big tubster with all the people there. They were so good. All right, so that was the first. And by the way, like Babe said, they come out and they like describe everything. They describe, All right, so that's next was this, which is what is
And
this
these
called?
were Chef Nate was the one who did this dish. And do you want me to describe it because it's not on the menu?
Yeah, well, it's here. It is. It's the
Oh, is it
uh
on there?
crispy squash blossoms. I mean, that's all. That's what they call it. Crispy. Go ahead, babe.
So it was a tempura, fried fresh squash, as I said, from the farmer's market. And then the filling was ricotta cheese blended with sun dried tomatoes. It was so good. And I did not know. I mean, I knew Jay would taste it. Jay will
Yeah,
try anything.
I want to clear
Wonderful.
something
Like
up.
he doesn't seem like a person that's picky when he's at a restaurant or something like this. Or if he's like at your family's house, he will eat anything. He'll try it. And if he doesn't like it, then he'll just leave part of it on the plate. No big deal. He's not like, oh my God, this is gross. So I knew that he would try it. I didn't know if he would like it. What did you
Yeah,
think?
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, like that wouldn't be my go-to, but it was good. And yeah, I want to clear that up. I know I'm super picky, and you guys hear me all the time. Things about I only eat certain things, which is true. But I will try anything. It's just if I don't like it, I'm done. It's over. It's over, Johnny. I'm not. So I tried this. Of course, it's fried, so I mean, it's not like really a vegetable, but
No, it was so good. The sun-dried tomato and the ricotta together, oh my gosh, it was so, 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 so good. Um, I can't even liken it to anything. It was kind of like, it was like an Italian tasting um, little morsel. But you could take those in 2 bites, and everything, of course, like came out super fresh, super hot, steaming while you're eating it.
it was very
Amazing.
yes. All right. So at this point, people start coming in. We met an influencer who apparently, like, we just were looking her up. Again, it was 20 people, but down there was probably like 12 or 14-ish. I don't know. This lady that goes around the city, and what does she do? She checks the bathrooms. What is it? What is her account called?
She got to go NYC. Her name's Teddy. She's an opera singer, and she also is an influencer in New York because she tries to find places where you can go to the bathroom in New York because it's very difficult to find places to go to the bathroom without buying something. And that's her whole thing is
So she,
that.
yeah, so she was cool. She had like three other people with her. Well, I guess two people
Mhm.
maybe had invites because we only had it was you plus one.
Yes.
Uh, and then there was this dude Zach Snack with Zach SNACH with Zach who has like two. By the way, these people have like 200,000 followers on TikTok. This dude was really nice. He came from Boston. He flew in. I think just I don't know if he flew in for anything else. He flew in just for this. He was next to us. He was very nice.
He
Uh,
was
th-
amazing.
there was another gym dude. What's the gym dude's name? What's the fitness guy?
Diego downtown.
That's the guy Diego downtown, and his plus one was a fashion thing, which we'll get into. Well, he was a fashion guy. We could tell
His
immediately.
boyfriend was a fashion guy. I could tell from him walking in. I had clocked it and I was like, oh my
Well, he
goodness.
had this like fancy jacket and
He had a
pants on.
great jacket on. It was not a fancy jacket. It was a designer windbreaker.
Sorry, designer
It's okay.
windbreaker.
It just
I mean,
was
I
fair.
wouldn't a designer windbreaker qualify as a fancy jacket.
Well, I didn't want them to be thinking like a sports coat or like a jacket. I
Okay.
would a raincoat. It was a raincoat.
All right, and now we're gonna get into uh, the people that annoyed me, and I want to be very clear about this. Because you guys want the truth on how I feel, right? You don't want me to sugarcoat it and give you like nonsense about like, oh, everyone was wonderful. If you want me to do that, I could do that. But there was, and Babe is like, when I was telling her I was going to talk about this, she's like, oh, I don't know if you should do that. But I think you guys, and I'm not going to give you this person's and I'm not going to tell you,
You're
uh,
not going to tell any identifying things so that they can
no.
look these people
So,
up. Thank you.
um, we do the. Let me see. Is there anything else from the tasting? There it is. There's
From the downstairs.
this is from the downstairs.
And we were down there for like an hour.
Yes.
And
Oh,
that
is
was
this her?
mainly, I think, because
Hold on, babe.
people were really late.
Can you guys hear that? Again, terrible video. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that.
Nice.
So there's the main
Um,
chef dude, John. Babe thought
and
this is the dessert drink guy.
John, Nate, Nick, and Zach
Babe
were
thought
the
that people would
chefs.
be a big fan of John here, the head chef. She thought that
John, super creative, good looking guy. I was like, oh man, your fans are going to love Chef John. So I took some video of him talking because
here's
I
another
think
one. I
the
think this
ladies
might
will
be
love him.
here. There we go.
Fried to order, and so we keep things really streamlined in our shacks, and our goal is to create delicious food really quickly, but to order. Looking for ways to make it faster, better, less costly, maybe less expensive. but the hope and goal that you'll come back and enjoy it, and come back again. And I always say, like, we're not always perfect at what we do, but to use a baseball analogy, we always go up to bats looking to hit the ball really hard, but there are those times that we swing and miss, but we come back, we learn from it, and we get back up at that again. So that's sort of like what happens here. Try to work.
All right, so this is a great. Jan says, by the way, thanks for tweeting on us, Jan, and this them. You wouldn't think Shake Shack would have such a wonderful kitchen and chef, and Babe said to Scott, like, a lot of people, Jay, this is like Jay's special thing. Like, if it's his birthday, if it's Father's Day,
this is our special occasion place.
It's like our special occasion place, and she said, most people don't think of this as like a special case thing, and Scott's like, well, we want to change that because. Like, we come from fine dining. Like, this chef came from a fine dining restaurant.
All the chefs down there.
All the chefs came from, like, bigger, I don't know, bigger. They came from fine dining. So I think one of the things they're trying to get across is, like, it's not, like, you can have, like, a special meal there. This is not just, like, a McDonald's. You know what I mean? It's not just, like, anyway, so that was that. All right, so we're getting to the point where we've been down there now. All right, I'm not going back for like an hour. All right, all right, now to this lady I was not again. Let me preface this by saying when I make judgments of people, or like when I say this, I want to preface this. It's because of me. It's because I have mental problems. It's because these people, I'm sure, are wonderful. They've done nothing wrong, but I have the inner anger. I'm a curmudgeon. There's nothing wrong with these people, but they do this spiel. And they're like, would you guys have any questions or have any ideas? And this influencer is like, yes, can we have a puppy burger? And they're like, yes, we have puppy burgers. And then she's like, no salt, though. We can't have salt in them. And I'm just like, ugh. I'm just like, all right, that's fine. So this person is there. I find out as we get to this person is there specifically for their dog. They're a puppy burger, a burger for their puppy, not a burger made out of puppy. I wanted to make that joke when I was in there. I felt like it wasn't appropriate.
It would not have been.
It would not. Yeah, my immediate thought on the gummy was a burger made of puppies. You how dare you? But no, they meant a burger for their puppy, which they apparently have, but not. She wants it without salt. They can't have salt. Can't have salt. Then I end up sitting next to this person and find out the only reason they're there, they're like a vegan. They don't even like Shake Shack. The only reason they're there is for their fucking dog. Which, by the way, Shake Shack, I'm glad they did that. They showed their account, their person. They made dog like Shake Shack, and that's how they got there. So anyway, I'm sure Babe didn't even have this thought, did you? When she said that, Babe, probably you didn't even think this.
No. I mean, Shake Shack does have bones, like milk bone cookies for dogs, specifically on their menu with a little bit of their ice cream. So you can order things for your dog already. So that was why I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But for people, while you have this up there, I wanted to point out that if you are a fan of the bear, Chef Nick, who made our drinks, if you look next to the fresh flowers, you're going to see a takeout container where there's water. And as you know, in restaurant culture, that's kind of a thing. They are drinking water from these takeout containers. And that happened while we were there. And I was like, oh, yes, chef.
Yes, they did. And Babe was dying for someone to say yes, chef. And they did say yes, chef. Also, so we're down there now for like an hour and it's time. They've already indicated like we're going to go upstairs and sit down at the table. And this other woman comes in and she's like, and they're so accommodating and nice. And they say to us, they're like, we want to thank you guys. We appreciate all the tweets and we couldn't do this if it wasn't for you. They were so nice. If you have any questions. So at this point, it's time to fucking go upstairs as far as I'm concerned. We've been down there for fucking an hour. It's time to go upstairs, get to the fucking tasting while we're there.
It was hot down there.
It was hot. There was no AC. And this lady's like, I'm just wondering what you guys are looking for if you're like the people that you partner with, like what do you look for specifically when you want to partner? Like very clearly she is trying to like somehow talk to the chef and get a partnership somehow with whoever she works for. He does a long answer He's done again. But specifically, what are you looking for if we want, if you want to partner with someone? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I almost started walking, but they got past that. We go upstairs. All right, so we go upstairs. Who's at the head of the table? Your boy, at least part. And who's next to me? Dogfluencer. Fucking Dogfluencer, who is coughing. She's coughing. I'm like, she's fucking got COVID. Her hands, she's doing, like, she's very, like, in my space. Go ahead. Anyway, so I'm here. Babe is next to me. We get our, there's a beverage. We get free booze, folks, which they messaged me. We got free booze. Here's the table. It was very nice, right, babe? I feel like you
It
want to
was
say.
beautiful. It was very tight, and actually, two people didn't come, so it was actually probably better that they didn't because it was very, very close quarters for especially. I knew sitting down that it was going to be a problem for Jay.
Yeah, and she knew immediately when the other lady starts talking to me. First of all, she's like, "Hi, I'm whatever." I'm like, "I'm Jay, and this is Shannon." She's, "Oh no, I know your name." I see your thing. I'm like, "All right, I don't like your fucking attitude." Like I said, I'm Jay. I see you're Jason. Who are you? Like, I didn't like her fucking too. And then this is before I even find out the only reason she's fucking there is because of her fucking dog. Anyway, so we sit down. It's wonderful. This is just another. Here's a close up.
Okay. I do feel like I should say, like, the coughing was not a sick coughing. It was like a tick. It was like a kind of a thing.
Well, whatever it was, I didn't like it, and then, well, I'll talk about what happens later with that. All right, so we start.
So she wasn't rude, but people in the chat are thinking they're like, is she like Sarah Boone? Is she rude?
No. She wasn't rude. Again, This is me, a normal person.
He doesn't like anybody to talk to him. Like,
a normal person like Shannon would have been best friends with this person. Shannon liked her. This is all me. A normal person would probably not be bothered by any of this shit. It bothers me because I have mental problems. I have mental issues. This person was I'm sure, a very lovely lady. I would never talk to her again. Babe would probably be best friends with her. But I mean, there's some other things she said that were questionable in my opinion.
I mean, I don't know that I would be best friends with her, but she was lovely, very young. She was much younger than us. So, she had a different life experience than us.
All right. So we got a nice beverage menu. We both got the 6 Point, the crisp beer. I tried the ale, wasn't great. So Babe and I had a few beers, which was nice. And then we get to the dinner menu. So it starts off with a wedge salad with shake rack. I don't know if I should. Well, I'll go through. So, all right, there's our beers. Yeah. I did not take these in order. I realized after that, like, I didn't do a great job again. So here are our beers, which were the crisp was all right. The ale was no good. I'm just a summer shandy guy. I wish they had summer shandy. All right. Here is the salad, the wedge salad. Again, I ate it. I made a point to try everything. I liked it.
The salad was amazing. It was so good. I mean, of course, all fresh vegetables, bacon crumbles, blue cheese.
Which I love.
Yes, and it was so good. There was some sort of like a fried flaky salt at the very bottom.
That was so good.
It was so good how it like distributed throughout. The radishes were perfect. They were not bitter. The squash was amazing. The tomatoes were unreal. And then there's those tiny little tomatoes are called currant tomatoes. And they were amazing. I mean, this salad was so good. I will be thinking about it for a long time.
All right. So we have the salad first. And then, was it right after? This might not be in order. Was it right after?
This is right.
We had fries with these sauces. Let me see. I have the menu. I stole the menu. Well, I don't think I'll throw it out anyway. The sauces were...
Babe was like, take the menu.
There is a Chipotle Shack sauce, which I believe is this orange one. Carolina barbecue here, and Bernaise here. I was a big fan of I don't really like barbecue sauce, but this Carolina barbecue was
You
so
loved that.
good. And babe, you like the Bernays, right?
Oh, the béarnaise was so good. Like, I was like, why don't fries always come with béarnaise? Like, I was like gonna be fancy from now on and want béarnaise sauce with my fries. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I didn't even try the ketchup. I'm sure the ketchup was
I
amazing
didn't try the
too
ketchup
because
either.
I'm
Why would
sure that it
anyone
was
try
made
it?
in house and it
I'm
was
sure it's a
probably
great
amazing.
ketchup, but who
But
tries the ketchup?
I was like, I mean, we did have to share the fries between us. That was the only bummer for me because I am a big potato fan.
All right, so we try the fries, and then so that's what it looks like. It was between it was between like you and your plus one got the fries and the sauces. So and I'm a big fry and sauce guy. Like I could have my own channel on just rating honey mustards because I love honey mustard. And these are my favorite fries of all time. Shake Shack fries. I usually get the cheese sauce with it because I love their cheese sauce, but I would get the Carolina barbecue. That was delicious. And oh,
In our future innovation, the one next to the ketchup, the sort of more yellowish one, is Béarnaise sauce. So it's just inspired by like elevated steaks, elevated beef patty, so Béarnaise sauce. And then there's one that looks spicy. It is spicy. So
yeah, great job with the videos, Jay. But as you can see here, at the same time, a little bit after they bring out the fries, they bring out just a bunch of plates of the burgers that we're going to try. Um, all right, so this was not the burger that was on the menu. The burger that was on the menu was a West Coast style shack burger, which would probably been the one I liked the most. It was this one instead. And what was this, babe? There was this truffle black. What was it?
It was black truffle, and then it had fried onions on the top, and then a cheese, which I feel like was Swiss, but I could be wrong about that because it wasn't on the menu. I wasn't listening as closely to the chef when he described that. But oh my god,
I don't like truffle burgers. I don't like truffles, and this burger was so good. The French. I don't like onions, but I like fried onions. I like it was. I don't like. I don't. Babe likes truffle, so she was like in heaven.
truffle! I love truffle, but like it can be done poorly. You can't just put it on fries and make them good, like you can't put it on in meat and make it good. You have to know how to use it, and oh my gosh, it was so
All
good.
right, now let me go back. I want to show you something. So you see these burgers are here now. The woman with the cough is to the left of me. I told Babe the story.
She didn't have a cough.
She
She
had a
coughed
cough.
like
She kept
no,
putting
she coughed like 3 times when we sat down, and I think she was like clearing her throat,
whatever she
honestly.
was doing. She put her hand. She takes her coughing hand. Listen to this shit. She takes her coughing hand and takes there's a the burger, a chicken a crab shack, which is jumbo lump crab cake,
Mhm.
summer corn, herb remoulade, and a potato bun. And then there's a Caribbean barbecue chicken with summer vegetable. She takes her cough hand, grabs the chicken sandwich, puts it on my plate. She's like, well, just like she was trying to be nice, but it was right in front of me. She takes the cough hand.
She didn't touch the food though. She touched the wrapper.
I mean, how do you touch the wrapper without putting your hand and the
But then
germs?
go ahead. What happened next?
What happened next was when Babe turned, I took that. I put that burger on Babe's plate, and then I that chicken and I got my own chicken sandwich. I'm sure, as Babe said, wasn't a big. She wasn't really coughing, and it wasn't a big deal, so I knew she wouldn't mind. So Babe had that chicken sandwich that she took with her hand. Babe didn't see me do that. I did tell her afterwards, but uh, all right. So this burger was so good. And then so the chick. Here's the thing about chicken sandwiches. Who is on the slaw, big slaw? Who is the lobbyist? Get slaw out of my face. I hate slaw. I hate coleslaw. I hate whatever this fucking slaw was. The chicken, I couldn't eat it. I took a bite and I just didn't like it. I don't like slaw. What did you think, babe? Like, what? To me,
I
chicken
I
sandwiches
do
should
like
be chicken and cheese. I'd get the pickles off there, chicken, cheese, and the whatever they. But
well,
I know I'm a weirdo.
yeah, I mean, I feel like you are like not super adventurous when it comes to toppings on chicken sandwiches. I do like slaw. However, this slaw was very Um, it had a lot of celery seed uh, oil taste to it. Like it was very strong slaw, and I like it, but it was I was not a fan of the slaw on this. I thought it was a little too. I would love to have had a pickle with that spicy sauce and the chicken. I think that would have been delectable.
I would have preferred that. Like I don't even like pickles, but I would have eaten. I'm not a slaw guy, so like I tried it though. I took a bite, and the other thing I don't think I took a picture of it. What? Oh, this is dessert. Was the
I
crab
think I
again?
took some better pictures than you. Um,
The
so we'll have to.
jumbo lump crab cake, her remoulade. I see someone's laud or whatever. What did you think of that? I by the way, I took a bite of her babes. Um, and it's just I don't like fish. It was just very like it's crab. It tastes like fish. I don't like that taste. What did you think of it, babe?
The crab cake burger, I wish would have been less of a patty. It was very thick. Um, it was super, super thick. And I would have preferred it to be more of a crab cake, like a traditional crab cake rather than that much of
Yeah, it was like
fish.
a patty. It was like like a
Yeah,
thick
it
patty.
was thick. And that's what Diego downtown said too. He also felt the same way. And so I think we all kind of felt, or on that side of the table, we were all kind of talking about that being, we thought we would really like that, but it was not
How do
our
I
favorite.
say? How do you say it, babes? You say it because apparently I'm saying
Remoulade,
remoulade.
I think so.
Sorry, I'm not fancy. Sorry, I'm not a fancy boy. Remoulade,
I think
remoulade.
so.
Sorry, I'm not a big fancy boy. All right, the final. So we had those, and then we finish it off with summer cherry and corn sundae, vanilla custard, salted caramel sauce, caramel popcorn, amarena verbena cherries, and a crispy corn cookie. This was delicious. The cookie was great. The ice cream was great. The custard was great. I even had the caramel, which I don't like, but it was like this candy corn or whatever. Caramel popcorn. It was good. What'd you think, babe?
It was amazing. It's lemon verbena that's on that.
Verbena. Verbena.
And
Sorry,
then
I'm not a fancy boy.
it's okay. That is on there. So the cherries were really good because they were, had been soaking, masticated, or however you say that word, macerated, right? In not masticated. That's like if somebody chewed it up already. Macerated. And they were really good. And I'm not generally like a giant fan of cherry, but it was really, really good. The caramel corn was amazing. There were like 5 or 6 pieces of it, sprinkled throughout. And so the ones that were near the bottom were amazing because they had been just soaking in all of that goodness. Jay really liked the cookie. I'm not,
The
I
cookie was
I
delicious.
don't
Yes.
really like cookies at all. So I gave mine to him after I took a little bit of a bite. Um, but I have a really good photo of it. And it
Babe, I'm
was,
sure we'll post all these things on her Twitter. And are you going to post the pictures or no?
yeah, yeah, I'll post all my stuff. I mean,
Instagram,
we
Shannon
were
Shaming.
trying to like be in the moment and not take a lot, like stuff, but
Let me just
um,
say,
macerated. Thank you.
my tweet about the shirt that I asked Babe for. First of all, I was right. It wasn't in the drawer. It was in like a laundry basket. I wasn't actually wearing it. That was just for the joke, which I thought I thought would made it funnier, but I wasn't actually actually wearing it. Uh,
Oh, the joke was like that you were already wearing it.
yeah, the joke the tweet I said was I was wearing it as an undershirt. It was a joke.
Uh-huh.
Babe didn't find it funny, but I was right. It was not in the drawer that I checked twice, which she confirmed because she saw all the shirts were like moved around. So I did actually look. for the
I
shirt.
didn't. He's like, I looked at every single shirt, and I honestly didn't believe him. And um, yes, ch, he does say drawer. Funny, he says
Draw.
draw. And literally, people on New York literally spell it DRAW
I
when they
don't.
are talking about a drawer. But you don't, but some people do.
No, draw is when you draw something. I get it from a draw.
But I am telling you, it's the same thing. It's the same word.
All right.
You're saying the same word. But anyway, it wasn't in there. And I did confirm he had looked through all the shirts because just like, you can tell that your teenager looked through all the shirts in their drawer. You could tell that he had looked at each shirt as they were kind of haphazard, which
All
is
right.
fine. They're his shirts. That's how he likes them.
And we finished with a little swag, folks. So, what do we get? First, we got a sweet Team Fry hat, folks.
Them hats are so cute.
Shake Shack
They're
on the
adorbs.
Team Fry, baby.
Team Shack, Team Fries.
Of course, my
And I was so happy because I am Team Fries.
it's probably too small for my massive head. No, I'm not gonna do this now. All right, so we got the Team Fry hat. What else do we get? We got a sweet water bottle. Sweet water bottle. Shake Shack. And then we got some of their. Oh shit! This is gonna.
This was again from Chef Nick.
I think this is from the drink, right or no? What?
Yes, the same strawberry puree.
Strawberry lemonade jam.
The same strawberry puree that we had in the drink earlier. And then the lemonade was echoed by the lemon verbena that was in the cookies as well as the garnish. He said that that was kind of his theme through the night. And he was the bartender or the chef that did all the drinks and all the dessert.
We also got stickers. And
stickers.
Did you get 3 or 4? I got 3. 3 free
I got
burgers.
4.
You got 4. I got 3. Free burgers. And a nice note. Thank you for being a part of our Shake Shack family. We love celebrating you in the Innovation Kitchen. Chef John, Nick, Zach,
and Nate.
Nate
was the Mets fan chef.
So that was cool. Then I had to stop by get some fine dining Italian on the way home. I always stop at, JK, it's an Office reference. I just every time I'm there, I always think of The Office when Michael's like, I had to get some fine dining Italian, whatever he says. And he goes to
slice.
The best slice.
Right?
He goes, yes, the best slice. He goes to Sbarro. So that is it. Yeah, it was really, I'm glad I pushed myself to go out and didn't. On Monday, I'm like, I'm not going. We're not going. And I'm glad I decided to go. And I couldn't do it without you. Again, Donna, getting the tickets and then me tweeting it out. And the reality of it, as I kind of take a step back and think about it, the reality of all this is I'm not going to be able to be live streaming on YouTube a lot more. I'm going to have to put in I'm literally going to start putting in applications for jobs. But this was a really nice kind of thing that came out. There's been a lot of really nice things that came out of doing what I did for the past year and a half or however long until the money is out, which is very shortly. And this was just a really nice thing. Shake Shack. If Scott is watching that, I can't. It was just that. If you're on a social media team and you work for a company, to me that is what you do. That right, babe? I mean, just
absolutely. I mean, they were amazing.
They were just they were the best. So thank you guys for being here. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna do a whole stream about it, but just the reality is that I gotta start applying for jobs because I can't do it full time. It doesn't make. I don't want to end this on a sad note. This was just it was just I was taking a step back and thinking about it. Just this was just a really nice thing that came out of this journey. I'm gonna continue to stream at nights and work on stuff, but the reality is I won't be able to. I'm hoping to get to Donna's trial, finish that out, and then anyway, this was an amazing night. I can't thank Shake Shack enough. They were just thank you guys. Thank you, Shake Shack. Thank you for inviting. This was just a very cool thing. Um anything, babe?
Um, no, everyone that was there was delightful. I was so happy because like we actually were like out in the city, which was really fun, and it was just an experience that like you don't get to have. And so I was so happy that you got us this experience, babe, because it's so cool. Like, when would we have been able to do this? It's so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that like I don't want to do it, guys. It's that I can't pay for my mortgage and insurance and all those things. I've said it before. I took money out of my 401k. That is at the end, and I have to get insurance. Cobra, which I had, is runs out September is when it's over. I got to get insurance. It's just a reality. I didn't mean to. I probably shouldn't have said anything, but I guess I had to say something at some point. But it's just YouTube. What I make from YouTube is not enough to support my family. It's just not. I wish it was. I tried. It's just not. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do that. Maybe when the kids are in college. I'm not stopping. Don't look at this. Like, I'm not stopping streaming. I plan on doing nightly streams. I just can't, as far as I can figure it out, do like every day be streaming in the morning and not making money and getting an insurance. So I think that's it. Today, actually, I gotta go because I'm gonna be on the Josh's podcast. I gotta get ready for that. Then Bob and both Josh separately are covering the Karen Reed hearings. Then tonight at 9 Eastern, Josh is going to join me. We're going to watch Donna Adelson's testimony. We hope you can join us. I'm sorry, Charlie Adelson's testimony and how it relates to Donna. Me and Josh dual stream on both our channels. So thank you all so much, and hopefully I'll see you guys at 9 tonight as we watch the Charlie Adelson testimony with Josh. And I think that's it. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.